All right, GCMS, gas chromatography mass spec. So mass spec is suited for the identification of pure substances, right? So in all the previous conversations, we've talked about like a input of a pure compound, and we're always just assuming we've got a pure compound. But a lot of things we want to analyze in nature are not, or in science, are not pure, right? So we connect another method to it called gas chromatography. Here's the gas chromatograph, okay? In gas chromatography, what we do in gas chromatography is we inject a sample into some kind of a line, and in the line, the components get separated. Okay, so you start out with a mix of like A, B, and C. It's all mixed up, and as it goes through here, A and B, C might get pulled out, right? Well, just it turns out C is running faster through this tube for reasons which I don't want to get into right now. I want to keep this video short, okay? So, and then as you get further along, A and B might get separated out, right? And so if that's true, after they run down here, C runs out the fastest, C comes through here, it gets analyzed. Then B comes through here and gets analyzed, right? So first C comes out and it gets analyzed with your mass spec, okay? And so if we couple these two methods, gas chromatography and mass spec, we can both separate them with the gas chromatography and then analyze them with the mass spec. So here's one more comment on that. It gives two sets of data, of course. It tells you how much, right? That would be, if in the components, I used A, B, and C a minute ago, but suppose we had 5 components in there, A, B, C, D, and E, and that would tell you how much E you had in there, how much D you had in there, how much C, and so on. Can you see that you've got B, you've got the most, right? Now it looks like these two have not been separated very well. Actually, if this is time, it looks like A is coming out of the column first, right? Because that's the fastest time. And then B comes out, and so on. All right, but so A goes through and it gets analyzed in the mass spec, and then B goes through and gets analyzed in the mass spec. By the way, you might want to run these things a little bit slower to get those two perfectly separated. This is nice. You see good separation here. So again, they go through the gas chromatograph first, and then they get analyzed with the mass spectrum. All right, and again, GCMS is a great technique for detecting compounds in a complex mixture, right? Sometimes we want to analyze things that are not pure compounds.